Hi, so we are back with lesson 3.5, formulas, tables, graphs, part 1. Before we begin, my objective or the goal for this lesson is to represent rates with data tables, rules expressed in words, formulas, and line graphs. So before we begin, we have to think of the definition for rate. And so I want you to be listening. I'm going to explain it. Rate is a comparison of two quantities with different units. So for example, if you babysit, you usually get paid dollars per hour. If you go to a candy store, it might be price per pound or price per ounce. Those are rates. That's a quantity that matches a different quantity, and they stay the same. Now, speed is an example of a rate that compares a distance traveled, and it also requires the time it takes to travel. So like think about miles per hour. What I want you to do is I want you to look at page 98 in your math journal and read the math message, and then try and solve number one and 2 using the idea of 1 hour is 60 minutes. Using that to help you solve that. When you think you have it, number 1 and 2 figured out, come back to me. Okay, so you are back. So if we have 60 minutes in 1 hour and they're traveling at 12 miles per hour, I kind of did this right here, threw it out here. Hopefully you did something like this too. 1 hour is, can you see that? 1 hour is 60 minutes. 1 hour, they made it to 12 miles. Now, if I reduce that and I divide them both by minutes, it's 1 mile every 5 minutes. Now, I want to break it down even further because I want it every 1 minute. So it turns out that if I break it down even further, it's 0.2 miles in 1 minute, because 0.2 times 5 gets me back there. Okay, so now you know that information. They're going 0.2 miles every 1 minute. So now you can solve number 2. Complete the table, use the formula D equals 0.2 times T. So now in order to fill in the graph, you have to take T is in your X column, and you're taking T times 0.2 or 2/10 to fill out your Y column. So go ahead and pause. When you come back, I will have the answers for you. These should be your answers. They're all going up. There's a pattern. Okay, now you can turn the page. And so you should be on page 99, and you'll see a graph there. You're going to use your information from page 98 to do that. Before we begin, you have to know, I want you to think about, at this rate, how far will a car travel in 11 minutes? So you can use your graph to help you with that. I want you to answer number 5 and 6 using your graph to fill in those in between parts. And then when you get done with that, you can work on page 100 and 101. And then your math journal, page 97.